Welcome everyone back to the channel. So I'm walking out to the garden right now. It's a lovely day. Yesterday we had really bad kind of tornadic weather, especially in our state. So if you're in Mississippi and you've been damaged by that, we feel for you. We hope you're okay. Walking out to the garden, I want to show you one of the projects that we're working on. It's actually a watering system for our garden. So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see that we actually have water to our garden now. Also, if you follow us on Instagram, you will see that we got some really cool rabbits. I'll show you them later. Their names are Bingo and Sophie. But besides that, it's been kind of an eventful week. We've had a lot of stuff going on. For instance, we just got our Premier One fencing ordered. Had to come up with some more money. It was super expensive because we got so much because we're getting so many animals. So we got that taken care of. It will be here sometime next week. Our tractor will be out of the shop hopefully by Friday. We'll have our new implements, all that good stuff. So it's just one thing after another. Finally getting to our goals. But once again, like I said, we have this watering system, right? We have to cut a trench still. We have to add 2 more spigots to our system, but right now it's up and running, and I wanted to show you how much water pressure that we actually generated from a simple 3/4 inch pipe down to a reducer down to 1/2 inch pipe. Don't know how many gallons per minute we're running right now, but we're using time intervals for our beds, so they're getting plenty of water. And I'll show you some updated garden footage as we walk over there. So like I mentioned, we have about 340 350 linear feet of 3/4 inch pipe. We have it connected to a reducer that goes down into 1/2 inch pipe. The last 60 to 80 feet is 1/2 inch pipe. Then it leads into our spigot head right here, which leads into a divider that we have 2 hoses ran up into. So I have the system charged, whatever. That just means that the faucet down at the end is turned on, and now I'm about to open this and show you. So let's sit back, and this is already opened, this valve. I'm just going to turn it on. So it takes a second to get all the air out, but we've got pretty awesome water pressure. But that powers our sprinklers. So we're just gonna walk down here, check out the garden, and show you what's up. We have a few strawberry plants that we're actually going to be planting this afternoon. And Tristin and I have been working on this deer fencing. It's called Deer X Guard or Deer Guard X. We bought it 1,000 feet, 7 feet high by 100 foot length. So we ended up purchasing 1,000 linear feet of that, which will go around our garden. It is in front of our barbed wire, so our barbed wire actually kind of catches it, just like that, and it gives it a little bit more rigidity. But it is buried inside of a trench, and we just gotta finish that. But yeah, we're out here. We have to finish mulching this. We're gonna do that tomorrow. But the garden is looking pretty awesome. Very happy about that. Got some amazing plants. That's a pretty good shot right there. Corn, yellow squash, green squash, pumpkins, watermelons, cantaloupes, tomato plants. Down over there is some carrots for our beautiful rabbits. I'll show you them in a second when I walk back to the house, but some beans, peppers, all that good stuff. So the garden's looking pretty awesome. So like I said, our tractor should be back out of the shop Friday. Saturday we'll be taking it out for some fun in the garden. We'll be using a box blade over here to prepare our 2 halves of the garden for watermelons and pumpkins. After we use the box blade, we'll be using a land rake. Make sure we got all the grass out and a level planting surface. We won't be using mounds for them. We'll just be planting them in rows, vertical rows like that, and should be pretty awesome. I'm gonna go ahead, walk back to the house. I'm gonna show you Bingo and Sophie. If you follow us on Instagram once again, you will have seen that Tristin and I built a rabbit hutch. I have the footage for that. I don't know how I want to put it in a video to show everybody. So if you're interested in seeing that build, just comment down below and maybe I'll just throw it together and put it on the channel so you can see. Super simple. It only took a few hours. I did it almost all in like 4 or 5 hours, something like that. It wasn't bad. A bunch of pocket holes, some cuts on a chop saw, and putting it together. The most time consuming thing is using shop cloth. That's the actual wire that you make your wire panels out of. That's annoying and it takes a bunch of staples, but there's other ways to do it. We didn't have a router set up on like a routing table. You could essentially make it like a picture frame and back it behind there, and it'd be much nicer looking, but we didn't really do that. I mean, maybe in the future if we make them for some people, we'll most definitely make it like really pretty, but as it stands, it serves its purpose. So we'll walk back to the house, then I'm gonna go show you Bingo and Sophie. This is the hutch that we built. I'll show you real quick. We have Sophie right here, and then Bingo right here. Let's open this. Say, hey Bingo. They're still very timid because they've only been on the farm for like 3 days, but he's a nice little rabbit. He is a silver fox cross with, I can't remember, either New Zealand or Flemish. So he's the male, he's the buck. Just gonna close him back in. And then we have Sophie right here. She is a New Zealand Flemish cross for sure, but they're just pretty awesome. We're gonna use these guys for our first litter, and then so after they have their kits, we'll introduce either a new buck or a new doe so we can make some more. We'll just breeding them for meat, for some pets for people if they want to purchase them. Just in general, they're a good animal to have, especially like a sustainable source of food or companionship. But yeah, they're awesome. Let's go look at the chickens real quick. You can actually see my wife and my daughter out here. Let's go look. Brett, say hello. Gui, say hello. Say hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Say hello. Hello. Yeah, Gui. All right, we're gonna go look at the chickens. Okay. So we're gonna go look at the chickens while they're playing. So we were looking at the chickens, and my dad just flagged me down. So we'll introduce everybody to him. You've seen him before. This is my dad. Hi. He was actually out by the pond. We had a bee guy, what's his name? Dan. Dan came out and actually took some bees out of our deer blind, and he set up a trap for us, and we caught a swarm of bees. When was it? Yesterday. Yesterday he came out and emptied it, but after he put up the trap, it was a few days after he put up the trap, caught a whole swarm. He came out yesterday, put them in a hive for us, took them back to his place so he could establish them for us. And since yesterday, since he emptied that trap, we already caught another one. So instead of going to go look at the chickens, which you've already seen, we're gonna go see over here and check this trap out. So that Kogan grass is not dead. Yeah. Where did y'all spray? So we sprayed a little bit on the inside right here. So if you watch the one of our recent videos, we sprayed some of this Kogan grass. It did a little bit, but not too much.
You spray on the back of the pond dam?
Yeah.
So I see some yellowing. That's probably it. It may just take a while to...
Yeah, that or the mixture wasn't, the concentrate wasn't enough, because that was only 5%. But that's what it suggested. So, see, look at all the little flowers. I think that's another reason why.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Beebs.
I wouldn't walk up on it too fast.
Yeah, I mean, I can see them. I don't know if we'll be able to see it on camera.
Hear them for sure.
Let's see. That's crazy. So that's the second swarm in
2 days.
2 days. That is nuts. So we'll definitely have a bunch of bees out here.
That's about as close as I got.
Yeah.
So they're flying all over the place.
But yeah, that is pretty crazy. I wonder where they're at in the woods.
I don't know. He said this is the season for them to swarm.
Yeah.
Like hives are splitting. So there's probably, the fact that there were that many beehives here before we bought it.
Yeah.
Who knows how many wild hives are out there in the woods.
Yeah. So when we purchased this property, the previous owner had 34 hives out here. So that's what he was talking about, them potentially splitting off and starting their own stuff. That is nuts though.
It is.
There's gonna be 2. That's cool. So we'll go check out the chickens, and then yeah, we're just walking out to the chickens like we have been doing. We've been moving them every day. We'll continue to be moving them every day. As I mentioned before, our Premier One fencing will be here next week. So that means pigs, goats, cows, chickens following cows, crazy stuff, lots of stuff. That also means that Tristan and I will be welding together a mobile chicken coop. So if you've seen our other video, we talked about the base, the boat base that we will be using for their mobile chicken coop. Nix it. Tristan and I are just gonna start from the ground up, fab a whole thing, build it, do all their nesting boxes, get these birds there so we can move them out there, so we can feed them, we can grow them, we can harvest their eggs, we can do everything we need to do. So lots of stuff happening, guys. Like I've been saying, exciting things, big plans. They're finally starting to come to fruition. So let's check these birds out, which they are ginormous. Yes, we have 2 ducks in here, we have 6 guineas in here, and we have 86 Isa brown chickens. Chickens are there chilling. They're there every day, not in that same spot. As you can see right here, it's already greened up from 12 days ago of use. This is the more recent locations. Back there is older than this one. So all their manure, all them tilling, eating, all that good stuff is great for your grass. Let's go over here, I'll show you this. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm kind of excited. There's a lot of stuff happening, so whatever. Yeah, you can see how green it is. That's after they've been moved from there. So you implement them for like establishing a garden or enriching your grass, your soil. It's A1. But yeah, cows realistically will probably be out there not next week, but the mid of the following week. So basically 10 days, 12 days, we'll have cows out there. We'll have goats. We'll have piggy boys. Probably about 10 pigs. I think that's what we talked about today. 10 pigs. 10. That's 20, but 10. All of our birds. It's gonna be a lot of eggs. Gonna be a lot of moving. Gonna be a lot of moving on the cows. Pigs pretty much will be self-sufficient. We will be rotating them in the woods, but they will help break down all that extra stuff we have going on under there. Goats, same thing. They will be over there. We will be getting 1 billy, and the rest will be female, so we can start our own little herd. So yeah, lots of stuff. I know it's kind of all over the place. It's scatterbrained. It's this, that, but there's just so many things in my head right now that we've talked about recently that we're doing. It's just a lot. It's a lot, guys. I think it's more relatable to be forthcoming. It might be kind of like blabbermouth, or I don't know the word, just sporadic, crazy, whatever. But yeah, lots of stuff. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much. If you're here from day one, like I know Carl, or damn, I can't think of another person's name. Anyway, thank you all so much. It means a lot, especially growing something like this with everybody. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. Just show some love, subscribe, share our stuff, help us grow this community. All right, I'll see y'all next time.